The Google Translate app has recently been updated to add an important feature that we may find very useful for some of our students and parents who come to our district not having proficiency in the English language. Now, I know Google Translate app is not enjoyed by many in the World Language Department due to the ability of students to kind of bypass some learning by using it, and it doesn't actually translate perfectly. But this could be a really useful scaffold that we can use with parents and students in our ESL program. So Google Translate is available for the Android devices and iOS devices. You can see I'm in the Google Play Store right now, and I can actually install this on my devices. You can go to the App Store or any of your iOS devices and install it. And so let's switch over to my iPad now. You can see my apps here. Here's some of my Google apps, and here's the Google Translate app. So you can see what it looks like. Now, I gotta switch out of that for a second. This is what the app looks like when you start up. On the top row here are the language selections, so you can select what languages you want to deal with. If I just tap on that, you can see I get my options. And there are a lot of options to use with this, but the camera mode does not work with all of them. So you can kind of see in here, there are 36 languages that you can translate using the camera. Now, another option for input, you can actually write. That's what the squiggly line will be. You can also use voice to text. That's what the microphone is going to be. And then here's the camera to allow me to use the camera on my iPad in order to translate written text. Now, here's the thing. It needs to really be printed to translate well. Handwritten text doesn't work perfectly, and it's not going to translate well all printed text. And so that's the thing you have to be aware of. It's not perfect, but they are improving it constantly, and it's actually a pretty slick program. So let me click on the camera, and it's going to, if this is your first time using it, it's going to ask for access to your camera. And so now I'm going to look at, this is our District PLC flowchart. And you can see that it's actually translating pretty well on the fly, but it's not translating everything. You can see the word it, and then you can see the word learn, and that's more than likely just due to the fact that it can't translate that phrase, or more importantly, it's because probably how it was printed. So if I switch over here and I kind of just go to my calendar, you can see it translates February, but my handwritten text, yeah, it really can't do anything with that. And so that is a very interesting component that you really can use this well for printed text, but you won't be able to use it well for handwritten text. So I'm going to switch back to the app for a second. But that's just in the camera app there. You can use it, but this will be very useful for signs. It can be useful for looking at a direction sheet. A parent who has very low proficiency in the English language, or really in any language, could easily use this and help them out. And yes, any tool like this in a world language class, a student could be using it poorly, but when we think about it in terms of scaffold for parents, this could be a very, very useful tool. So give it a try, and just notice that Google always loves feedback, and I'm sure that they're constantly improving this app.